Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Official Word here again. Yeah, we're coming back into some Legend League attacks. Today, been having some pretty good defense. Got tripled a couple times, but then, yeah, I just picked up a 1-star, which is really nice. 2 more defenses left makes it a 276 max defense. So, if we can pick up a 320 here, that'd be almost a plus 50, which would be awesome. Yesterday I was trying to put a video out, and then I had a disconnect at the start of the video. And then somebody interrupted me in the middle of the video. I had to go, so it was kind of just, that video was kind of just a mess. So, yeah, I decided to just film today and kind of pick it up from here. So we're going to take this one back into Legend League with the same army I've been running with 1 Ice Block. I dropped 1 Rage down to 2 here. Yeah, we're going to be bringing this in. I have updated the army link, so it will be correct in the description of the video if you want to check it out. And yeah, without further ado, let's just hop into the first one. Alright, so first base here. Does he even have the new defense? I don't even see it. Alright, well, we got Ground Expos. Obviously, there's some really good Flame Flinger up top, but there is that Minion Prince. Could try and snipe this Expo, but I think, actually, I will try and snipe the Expo. If I can take this Expo, I can get, you know, that Ricochet Cannon. Now I gotta look for a Fireball. Maybe that Multi is where I want to go. So, yeah. I'm going to try and snipe down this Expo. So I was going to try and maybe skip the Wizard Tower, but there is no skipping it. I think 4 balloons is what you need right here for an Expo. Nice. Okay, just checking for anything in case. Nice, we pull a Tesla. Make sure I start that deep enough. Alright. That might have pulled the CC already. That's just so stupid to me. I'd just pull out double Furnace for no reason. I got a lot of freezes. I'm going to use one right here. Actually going to Rage as well because my Warden's in big trouble. Okay, now I can look back at the Flinger. My Warden was in big trouble there, so had to make sure he stayed up. At this point, oh, there's no way. I'm actually going to Ice Block on the healers and Warden because if you see right there, the Fire Mites were on my healers. I'm pretty sure this saves them. I haven't done it yet, but I've heard that it works, so I'm trying it out here, seeing if my healers will stay up. And it appears they will. So I think what I'm going to try and hit right here, actually, I'll just go for the Inferno. I was going to maybe go for the Builder Hut, but no, I don't think I was going to hit it, so I'll just take that down. Kind of smooth right here. I'll see if my Flame Flinger works, but if it does go get that Fire Spitter, then I'll send my heroes into this Ricochet compartment. That'll be very, very nice value. My Warden will be charging into this Spitter, but I think we'll be alright. I got 2 Invis for him. So, kind of starting already right here. Yeah, so he's going in for the Spitter. I'm definitely pushing my heroes into this compartment. No doubt. I'm going to get a really nice Skelly spell value. I did start just recently bringing one, but it does get some absolutely insane value sometimes. So I do think it's definitely a great spell to bring. For 1 spell space, yeah, you can just save so many spells or so much health on your heroes even if, you know, you're not actually using a different spell instead. It saves health that, you know, you'd have to take before. So it's a huge add. I'm just keeping an eye on my Warden here. We're multitasking. I think this one's looking pretty good. This Flame Flinger is actually doing really, really well. Yeah, I'll just make sure my Warden stays outside here to really try and preserve my healer's HP. Because, yeah, that Fire Spitter, since my healers did get kind of wrecked by the Furnace early, they could take some damage for sure. Queen ability is going to come in right there. I'm going to get in some of these Goblins just for fun. And yeah, we'll drop our RC up top here. We just don't have a lot of time, so I'll drop her to make sure it comes in, but we'll triple this one up. Alright, that last one got a little close on time, but we did get it. Looking at this one, the tall tower there, that long-range tower, does take down the Flame Flinger, so I'm not seeing too much value around. Maybe I can just go for this multi-arch, but I don't know if that'll be enough for me. There's not a really big fireball on this one, to be honest with you. Maybe that Crusher Mortar gets some decent value in the core, but I do have to get a pretty hard charge here, so see if we can lock in for it, because, yeah, I'm going to be going with the Siege Barracks, so it's kind of all about the charge. If I can hit that Crusher Mortar, even the multi, no, the multi doesn't get it, just the Crusher Mortar I got to get right here. Trying to tank this Archer Tower, save me some spells. Looks like we're going to be able to. This will take down a Tesla plus help out with the Arch Tower, so very good use from those balloons. Nice, King's being fought pretty easily, but Warden's taking his sweet old time. I'm going to rage him here because I do need to get through a couple more defenses. I'll take down the Tesla because the mortar I'll probably invis with the ricochet cannon, but not the Tesla. So Warden pops right here. I'll actually take down that mortar just to be safe on this side. Alright, now I see the invis. We line it up. Nice. We go get that right there. I think a single invis pops that, but I want to be certain. Nice. So we get this down right here. Headhunter I think is going to fail. It gets a shot off. Is one shot enough? I freeze to be sure. I think that was a wasted freeze, but yep, always rather be safe than sorry. So Warden should be chilling here because the ground and air expos don't have very much range, so he's already just on one expo, which is, you know, plenty for him to deal with. So he'll walk around that side. I'm about to start my queen into this side, and I will Skelly spell again, kind of on that ricochet entry. Yeah, preserves a lot of health in this entry, even going to distract an enemy hero. So this does get big value, the Skelly spell now in 2 attacks. Really, yeah, saving my king ability for late. I got the ice block to help with that, but also the Skelly spell, right? So I probably should have waited on that wall breaker because, yeah, now it targets that gold storage, but if I'd waited for that to go down, it wouldn't have. I don't know if my wall break, oh wow, that is a beautiful wall breaker right there. I really don't want my king to go outside the base though. Okay, he doesn't. Luckily, he does turn back in. I might just hit an ice block right here, yep, because we're facing the enemy queen. We'll kind of see what happens right here. I don't know what my warden's going to be able to take, so I'll rage him up. Oh, I did have a poison, though. He actually would have been fine. I didn't, yeah, wasn't really thinking about that, because with the poison, he would have taken down the enemy queen. I just saw queen and expo and knew that wouldn't have been enough for him. But yeah, we're actually going to finish this one up pretty nicely. My warden's kind of cruising through all this, and then I got the queen with her ability still on the back end, so yeah, let's wrap it up. Alright, that was a clean hit there. Okay, we got a hook tower in the core. You'll notice I'm not really swagging my world champion. I might be able to some of these times. Sometimes I might seriously just not be able to, but I'm not really trying to time fail late in the season here, just trying to get some triples. So yeah, looking like a flame flinger on these 2 multi defenses is good for me. I'm just looking at a fireball. The hook tower just has really big range. So maybe I'm going for that rage tower up top. It won't get me the clan castle, but yeah, you got to do what you got to do to avoid that hook tower. So going for the rage tower will definitely do that. Hopefully that doesn't pull the clan castle. Doesn't sound like it. That's why I play with sound, because you can hear the troops come out and hear, you know, your warden get damaged and stuff like that. So sometimes another great use of the Skelly is to distract like a hero, and like maybe a ricochet cannon is a great use of it for your warden charge. But on this particular base, I knew I'd need to rage into the queen, so I might as well rage instead of using the Skelly early, and it also gets me through this stuff a little bit quicker, so don't mind that at all. Warden does kind of pull up right here, which I don't like, but he will expire in a second. When he expires right here, I'm actually going to see what else I can get as a fireball. I think I'll keep it simple right here, maybe just go for the scatter. Nice. So we're going to get the fire spitter or the hook tower. As long as I got the hook tower, that's really what I was going for. My heroes will go into the rage tower compartment, so I just need my warden to go right here. That's about all, and we'll be chilling. So, oh, he barely did. I thought he was not, and then he swerved me right there. So warden might pull into this multi-range, which won't be ideal. Yeah, he does. Don't like that at all. I'll actually freeze it to try and preserve their health. 2 rocket balloons. We're going to try and just bum rush it right there. Now we're going to already be starting our heroes. There's a little push. Skelly spell right here. Like I said, love doing that. Furnace comes out, so I'll just poison it. Yeah, we're entering in nicely. That Skelly spell is putting in work. Here we go. Looks like my king's tanking, actually. Is he still tanking the monolith? Oh, he was, and then it switched. So that one was a bad ice block by me, but it switched targeting. Kind of tough right there. King ability is not really going to get much value either, and I think I just lost my healers. I did. The fire might. I saw it, but I didn't really think I could do anything about it. Luckily, the Flame Flinger and Fireball just got so much value. It's not going to matter, so I will use my RC once again, just, you know, not risking anything right here, just cleaning up these triples. And yeah, let's finish it up. Alright, we're keeping it clean so far. We got a Crusher Mortar on this one. Yeah, the Fireball onto it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Would not get the Gear Tower. It needs to be 4 tiles between them, and there's, you know, wall, 2 from the Rage Tower wall, and then a 5th tile right there. So that won't get it. But maybe if I could hit a Builder Hut, that'd be awesome. We'll kind of see where that ends up. I do see a good Flame Flinger up top, though, either side. Don't like seeing that mortar there, but I will snipe it out. What's its range? Yeah, I'll snipe it out just to be safe. So, pull her up top right here. Maybe. Okay, incoming Baby Dragon Headhunter combo. Oh, but the Headhunter didn't actually get her. Usually I set up a Flame Flinger, but I didn't get the Queen down, which is a little troublesome. I think it's that Ricochet Cannon a little bit inset up, so I won't force it. The Fireball is what's really going to break this attack, make or break it. So we'll let it do its work. We're walking in here. I think he might go left to the Wizard Tower, but then turn back, because sometimes also a very nice Skelly spell use is onto the Monolith, but yeah, he's going to go right here. He shouldn't engage the Monolith yet. Nice. So he can still sustain this damage. He's probably going to pop around here. I don't know when I placed him, but yeah, so he pops right here. I want to take the Mortar down just to help with the invis number I'm going to need to use. So I think I can go get a Builder Hut right there. Beautiful, beautiful. It's not the one maybe I wanted. And I didn't get the Clan Castle, so I just got the Monolith instead. Never mind, I didn't. Missing the Clan Castle and that kind of Rage compartment is a little tough. There's a lot of damage right there, but yeah, we're going to do our best to get into that. So on this one, I will have the RC for this compartment, so I'm just going to really try and start my heroes into that up top area. So yeah, I'm going to start with that right there. Baby Dragon comes in. There's a very nice skill. I just got to keep an eye on my Warden. He should be fine, but, you know, should be is not going to be good enough on this one. I'm going to need to be quite good, so yep, we're going to be trying our best. He's just fighting this Archer Tower, right? Yep. Had an eye on that, and I knew what he would be fighting, what he could sustain. I will Ice Block him right here just because he is kind of tanking everything. I'll let him tank it, I think I'll start the RC down here right now. Yep. Don't want to run into any time issues, so I'm just starting her down there because she's going to be working on her own anyway. Queen's still going, and then I'll pop her ability, I think, probably right as... Okay, I guess right now. I was going to maybe try and wait until... I guess, hopefully she goes in Viz and can take down this Queen. Let's see, I think we're looking good here. Yeah, we're definitely going to finish this one up, so let's get this 3-star. Alright, next attack here. Already looking at a Fireball maybe on the Monolith if I can get there. I really like that. Let's see what I got, because it looks like I don't like the Hook Tower, but that's a nice King pull. If I can get my King to that Gold Mine, already looking there. Flame Flinger would be really nice up here. I just don't know if it can kind of avoid that Expo up top. So I don't think I can get it into there because everything has pretty long range, but that would be nice. Yeah. I mean, I already like the Fireball on this one, so I'm going to go for it. I might keep the Siege Barracks. Yeah, the Monolith is a pretty nice one right here. I'm going to get the Skelly spell down because this is the case of using it with the Warden charge where I shouldn't need many spells to help on the Gear Tower. Maybe I end up will because it might retarget onto my Warden, but it shouldn't. Yeah, look at that. It's just been fully distracted. Don't even need any spells, where usually you'd have to definitely Rage, maybe even a Freeze. So that's super, super awesome. Warden's about to expire in like 2 seconds right here to 25. So there he expires. Nice. That might pull the Clan Castle though. Luckily it doesn't. I hope that... Okay, my Warden, that sometimes goes to the Minion Prince right there, which is not what I would want. Okay, he might hit the Fire Spitter. Okay, I don't want to. I want to make sure that goes to the Monolith, because I need to get the Clan Castle right there. I didn't get the Archer Tower, which I could have done if I split the Quakes. So that's a little bit of a mistake. I'm just going to invest a Freeze right here because it's better than using a Rage. I'm going to need to use something. So there's that. Charging this rage compartment is going to be quite hard, but I know I can do it. So I'm going to try right here, because I kind of need to get it down. Tornado Trap's a little annoying there for sure. Yeah, my Warden's taking some heavy fire, and then he goes up top anyway. So I really don't like this approach so far. Yeah, my Warden's just been getting absolutely clapped. He's been on the run the entire attack. Gonna start my heroes right here, Queen and the Siege Barracks actually, because I'm gonna be using the King, if you remember, to jump into the Hook Tower. So, yep, my Queen's rolling in right here. My Royal Champion's definitely gonna have to do some work on this one. So, boom, there's my King already ready. He gets pulled in, his ability comes in. He should stay alive, yep, so there it is. I'll Ice Block right here just to let my Warden really tank up. He should be good right here. I'll pop the Queen ability, followed by Druids. She's going to continue kind of clearing that. There's a really nice wall break if she can stay alive. So my Warden's going to die through that Rage Tower comp, but I knew I couldn't keep him up. But I'm using the RC down the back end. This one's going to be really close. I think I should get it, but it is going to be close for sure. Baby Dragons are cleaning up the backside. It kind of depends how fast I can clean up that Archer Queen, since she's the last big threat on this one. This Ricochet Cannon is a big threat as well. I think I got it though. Yeah, we got this one. Nice. Alright, that one was close. It's really hard not to fireball a Rage Tower with the Warden. But I did want to get the Clan Castle. Maybe it's not more important though. But anyway, we're on to the next one here with 2 single Infernos, which are kind of tough. I want to hit the Scatter Shot in the core there if I can. Maybe that Gear Tower actually would be beautiful. But yeah, can't be too picky with it. Not with only 3 invis. So what I'm going to try and do here is, if I do want the Gear Tower though, I'm going to start with the Skelly spell. Which does mean my Warden might pop a little later than 25, maybe at like 24. And I'm going to try and take down this air defense. This can be huge because it'll kind of force my Warden towards that Archer Tower, which is where I want him to go. And it won't need, you know, any sort of help. Like, he's going to be totally safe in this area. So I'm not going to need too many spells invested. So it's just really good to get your Warden to go where you want. Or where you have a plan. Maybe you don't know where you want him to go. But what could be a problem here is going into this Ricochet Cannon. But I think I should fight the RC before I get to the Ricochet Cannon. Time the Headhunter just perfectly right there. As long as the Warden pops, I need to get down this Mortar. Nice, it goes down. So I can get actually... yeah, I think I'm hitting this right here. I think that goes to the Gear Tower. Nice, that is just beautiful in the core right there. Don't get the Monolith, but I get down almost everything else in the core. My Warden will go to the Town Hall with a single Rage right here. He'll get through those 2 defenses. I'm actually going to snipe down the air defense because then it allows me to kind of start on the storage and some of these heavier defenses. Yep, so I will Rage right here, but that is the only spell I'll need. Maybe could have gotten away with like a freeze or something, but on this one, my heroes do have to go into the Monolith, which can be kind of tough because, you know, it does a lot of damage to them, but I do have an Ice Block, which I can use either on my King or wherever I feel is needed. Right now, looks like my Ice Golem might be the thing going down. The Valkyrie was tanking the Monolith, and then, yeah, look at that Ice Golem freezing up Minion, Prince, Multi, and Monolith. That is a beautiful Ice Golem. Will allow my heroes to push in. I'm not going to Rage, which I usually would do right there, because I don't actually need it. I'm going to Ice Block right there on my King to try and really preserve his ability, or at least keep my Queen a little healthier in behind. But yeah, King's going to continue walking. I'll pop his ability now since, yep, I didn't quite get the multi-arch, but I did open most of the walls right there. The Druid's coming in because my Queen will walk too far forward where they won't be able to catch up. Turns out being the perfect time right here. Keeping an eye on my Warden even perfectly. Might as well poison the King since there's nothing else to poison. And at least it's a hero. Here we go. We're continuing around the backside. And we're going to finish this one up with the Swag RC. Alright, now that one was a pretty clean attack. Oh, I've hit this base many times. Alright, what I'd like to do usually... yeah, usually I think I go in at this one with a Skelly spell. But I'm going to try something different this time. I still want my Warden to kind of go up there, though, towards the air defense. So what I'm going to do here, enter on this compartment. Once he pulls that invis, I'm just going to ice block him. These defenses should come back. And I think his targeting should be back on this wizard tower. He might walk all the way past this stuff. Nice. Beautiful. So that is almost exactly like how an RC charge would counter a base like this. I'm just going to freeze these two defenses. I think he would have been fine. But once again, better be safe than sorry. And this is a huge charge for my Warden. He's going to get some insane value here. Yeah, I want him to go up to that air defense right here because then I can fireball the fire spitter because, yeah, if I can fireball the core. Oh, I did forget, though, this is a base where I like to get a flame flinger at the bottom. So I'm going to try and set that up. That was a little slow. I would have liked to get that down a little earlier, but it'll still get good value. My Warden finishes right here, actually, which is also a little early, but we're fine. He's going to go into the multi. Nice, and this one should be... See a triple invis set up right here. 1, 2, 3. That launches in beautifully. Nice fireball right there. Clan Castle spitters all down. Do I want my Warden to charge here? Actually, yeah. I don't want him to go into the heroes. I couldn't have pulled him anyway now, but I don't actually want him to go into where all the heroes are. That's just a lot for him. The only thing I'm going to try and do is get the Skelly spell here to distract the Monolith. I don't know if it was too slow. I just really don't want my king actually to get pulled into these heroes, so I'm going to really try not to do that, but I may have, so we'll see. That is the last rage spell, though. I did use it kind of early here because, yeah, now my Warden's stuck with nothing, but yeah, going to poison right there as well. I do have a freeze to offer here and some balloons to support him on this archer tower. So 1 freeze is what I got for my Warden right here. I'm going to pop it because, yeah, I need him to stay alive through this. King ability gets forced right here. But there's just not much left of this base. I mean, the Fireball gets decent value, but the Warden charge really picks up the value on this one. I'm going to wait for my heroes to make their way over and to trigger the Invis Tower by themselves so that my RC can finish off the base rather than being the one just to trigger the Invis Tower. So yeah, this will take a little bit of time here to let them walk over. But I'll let them walk over, and then by the time, yeah, they trigger the Invis Tower, I wait for it to come back. The RC will clean everything up, so let's pick up the triple here. Oh man, that's frustrating. Really good day so far, and then that just blended right in with the new scenery to me, and I could not locate those storages. I didn't even see them there. And yeah, we time fail 99, so that's pretty unfortunate, but we still got a little bit of work to do here on this last base. This one I like to fireball the gear tower, yeah, because it gets both fire spitters. But I do like to set up a flinger usually. I'm just not going to on this one because I didn't see it in time. Oh, what did I just place? A Valkyrie. I did not mean to do that. I hope it doesn't steal my healers. Oh, it did, but hopefully it dies soon. There it goes. It dies. Nice. So, Warden's fighting a bit of CC right here. I almost went for the invis, but I didn't do it. I'll let him charge for just a second here since he can kind of sustain this. And he's about to pop in like a second. And then, yeah, he's still out of the range of that other fire spitter, so it's not like there's that much damage on him. And if I went for like an ice block and tried to go for fireball, I would have used a lot of invis, and right here it's just a single invis. Yep, super smooth. So we get the fire spitters. I would have got both, obviously, if I didn't take the first one down with my Warden. But super nice setup right here. And this one will be looking really nice. Warden around the one side, heroes down this left side. Nice Skelly spell to distract in there. Just gotta make sure I keep my Warden alive, obviously. So now that he's chilling, I'm already gonna kind of start. No need to risk it. So yeah, Skelly spell, don't want to be too late on it, because if you're too late, it's not actually gonna tank, and then you'll have to use a freeze or something to get it to tank, and then you're burning spells that, you know, it's not really getting its use then, right? It's not saving you those spells. So tried to funnel my Warden in here, or my King in here, but I was a little too slow. I guess he does turn back. Ice Golem now pops, but yeah, I didn't have to use anything. And look, we're already going to be taking down the Monolith, taking down all of this. No problems at all. I'm going to try and pull the Poison Tower on both sides, actually. Pulling it's a very good use of like these 2 balloons. If that's all you need, nice, look at that. 2 balloons, what am I going to do with those? Not a whole lot. Like, you can take down an Arch Tower, you can take down an Air Defense, but I just pulled a Poison Tower and took down an Air Defense. That is just fantastic. I'd love my ability to pop on this Scatter, because it might open that far side compartment, and it does. Look at that. I don't know if that'll go into the Queen. Yeah, I'll probably just stop on the Super Minions, but that's okay. Pop my Queen ability here. I got 2 Invis, and we're just going to smash through this base. It's a little rushed, but we smashed through this base, no problems. Let's wrap it up. All right, well, to be honest, not a bad day. We're going 312 on offense. Obviously, yeah, that one mistake, just those elixir storages, the new ones really blended in with the Dark Days scenery. Cannot believe I missed that. Usually my heroes just don't leave much behind, and I'm checking so I don't miss anything. But I did miss one today, so I'm going to miss the 320 because of that. But with 2 more defenses, and it's going to be minus 80 at most, we're going to be going plus 36. And hopefully we can get another defense even maybe. So still a really, really good day. Minus 80 will be resetting right around 5,900. So we still got to make that push kind of to 5,950 to 6,000, somewhere in there. And we've got 5 days to do that. So we'll see what we can do here. Really trying to go 320, at least that, 312 every day until the end. So that'll do it for today's video. I'm really excited to just get another one out for you guys. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.